Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
That was the first test. You failed it.
Oh.
Good job. First full band. So tell me this. There are a lot of you already. At what point do you stop adding members to the band?
There's never a point for that. It's called the Holy Ghost Electric Show for a reason. We always have an instrument in mind or something of that nature. So I'll call up somebody and say, do you know somebody that plays this instrument for this or this particular song? So that's how we get this huge conglomerate of people that we just circulate through venues and through shows whenever we play. Or like when we're going to be recording pretty soon, we're going to have a whole bunch of people coming in and out that isn't even part of the band.
Well, what sounds do you feel like you're missing?
What sounds do I feel like I'm missing?
If at all. I mean,
A theremin.
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 Organ. Lap steel guitar would be nice.
Yeah.
Vuvuzela.
Yes.
Was that?
Vuvuzela.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of a joke.
What kind of a song would you put a vuvuzela in?
Is that a real question? What kind of song?
Yeah.
Every song. Vuvuzela. Gosh, Tin Man. Whoa. That wasn't interview appropriate. I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
The name comes from, the band was originally just really me, traveling from place to place and playing. So I wanted a stage name, so I got all these words that I liked and put them on a piece of paper. And I read some out of Rimbaud's The Drunken Boat. And so I got a Bible and I laid it there too. And I put all these words out of it that I liked, and I tried putting them together till I found something I liked. And I felt like it captured kind of the sound that we're going for, almost a carny folk thing.
That's a good way to describe it.
What?
No, that's good.
You're good.
I thought that
Will's
was
the
good.
clown.
Let's go around each of you, and what would your job be at the carnival? Like what ride or whatnot would you? We'll start with you.
I'm not a woman, and I don't grow a very good beard either way. I guess I'm really stuck with small hands, the man with the tiny hands. They say that carnival workers have tiny hands, so I guess I would just be a tiny hand guy. Which doesn't come very good for guitar.
The guy with the tail. I'm not going to show you right now, but you'll have to come back for another interview.
I think I'd be the blue man for obvious reasons.
What?
No.
The Blue Man.
The Blue Man?
Yeah.
Is there a Blue Man?
There's
not the Blue Man group?
No, not the Blue Man group. There's a Blue Man in a carnival that I went to, and he was the only Blue Man in that group.
I get it. I get it.
And so,
We're here.
yeah.
Keep in mind that they have like their rides and other things at carnivals too. So.
Well, I would be one of those guys that calls out random bypassers to come play those games.
A
So they
barker.
they can win like
Yeah.
the giant stuffed things.
I'll be the guy that glues the bottles together so
Yeah.
nobody ever wins.
Yeah. We got a team thing going on. Your hands are tiny, so they got to be used for something.
Probably the bearded lady. I'm working on it.
Why?
Just because it's something I've always aspired to be. Ever since,
I have a thing.
If I could be anything at a carnival, I'd probably be the Ferris wheel.
Be the Ferris wheel.
Be one with the Ferris wheel.
Okay.
I'd probably run the horror house. Horror
house?
Horror!
With the mirrors and all that stuff.
The horror house.
Yeah, I don't know, like the guy who runs the fun house, like just doing wacky stuff all the time. House of Mirrors.
How do you feel about that bush that you're pretty much a part of?
I'm getting kind of cozy with it actually by this point. We're getting close. But.
Fair enough.
Our first date's in studio, Blackwing Studio, recording with Wynn McElroy. We will be there November 3rd and 4th are our first dates. And then from there on out, it's just, you can see we've got quite a group here. And working schedules out for 8+ people, plus people that we want to come in and just play around and see what sounds good on and off throughout the rest of this year. And probably early on into the next year is probably, but November 3rd and 4th, which is next weekend, that is where we'll be first dates in the studio, and it's going to be really nice.
And for those watching this possibly that did contribute to the Kickstarter, first of all, thank you very much. And don't think that we've abandoned you. It's just that we've got a lot of guys and we're all very busy. So we're just trying to get everything together.
Hi, I'm Nathan Ford, and I play violin. Also, maybe throw some mandolin at some point or something. And I've been playing with the band for about I don't know, maybe an hour and a half now. I mean, I've played with Will once or twice to kind of go over things. This is the first time I've been with everyone today, so.
And he did great.
Thanks, guys.
I'm Jake Rogers, and I've been playing with the band for 2.5 years now.
Oh my lord. There we go.
My name is Cody Rogers, and I've been playing with this band for, I've been at it for 4 years now.
I'm Brooks Pratt, and I play the sax, and I've been with the band for about 2 weeks now.
I'm Ben Ricketts, and I've played bass and other various things since 4 years now. I kind of started hanging out and filling in every now and then from the beginning. Yeah.
I'm Caleb Wicks. I play trumpet, and today was the first day I played with the band.
I'm Austin Wheeler. I play drums, and I've played 3 to 3.5 years, somewhere around in there.
I'm Will Shirley. I've played with the band for 2 years now. Is that? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
1 to 2 years. Right now I play lead guitar. I started out playing bass and played bass for about 4 weeks maybe, and then they asked me to play lead guitar, and here I am.
And who writes the songs? Do you write them as a group or?
I write them. I write all of them. I've been writing since I was about 13, with such influences as Rimbaud and Bukowski and Dylan, Springsteen, and the list goes on and on and on. But yeah, I've been writing for a long time, and I think that is one thing about our music that I always felt like was a good selling thing, was how well written the lyrics are, and I can say that because it took me years to get there. But
What's the story behind the Tin Man?
Tin Man? Tin Man, how should I start with this? Okay, I was, no, I was in Memphis. There's another musician out there, and I was going to go see her. Her name is Catherine Brawley. And I was over there in West Memphis, and crossing the bridge, going over into West Memphis, Arkansas, was a man on a shopping cart. He was pushing it, and he looked really haggard and everything, and he just was kind of my inspiration for that. And I started writing it probably shortly thereafter, and it took a long time to finish it, because I'd give up on it and come back because I'm lazy. But it's about a man who comes home from the Vietnam War in 1972. The war has made him jaded and crazy, and he becomes homeless, and his whole family's abandoned him, and he thinks that he's Jesus Christ, basically. That's how his mind reconciles with everything. And yeah, that's basically what the song is about.
Very good.
Do you write poetry and short stories and
Yeah.
other types of things as well? You mentioned that several of your inspirations were authors and not actually songwriters.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I write poetry and short stories all the time. That's more or less how I workshop everything. Before I even write a song, I'll usually write a short story or some kind of poem on it. But that's how I've always worked. And future of the band.
Yeah.
Do you want to get to it?
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'm doing all the
Money
talking.
and chicks.
Yeah.
Obviously.
But seriously, those are on the list. But yes, we do plan on going on the road when the album comes out. Because we're all in school, we're all pretty busy. We are going to go. We'd like to go on a tour this summer with promoting the album. November 2nd and 3rd, is that what that is? Or November 9th and 10th, we'll be touring, and I quote, with our good friend Corey Taylor Cox from, he is from here, but he moved to Nashville, so now he's a Nashville guy. And we'll be going on what we call the 2-day never-ending tour, or the never-ending 2-day tour, from Cleveland to Tupelo, and then the weekend's over, and then we get back to school. But that will be another little promotional type deal for us. Future of the band, I think, in some respect, the band will always exist. I plan on being a part of it. Always, hopefully. I know there are several of us. We've already pretty much told each other, if ever something great happens, like, a deal comes through or something like that, let's do it, If you live once and don't give what you love your all at least once, then what have you lived for at all? So.
YOLO, bro.
YOLO.
Another interesting thing about this band is that everyone here is under the age of 25. I don't know if you've noticed that or not.
No, I couldn't tell at all.
We confused bartenders.
Yes.
The blind pig was extremely confused.
Who's the youngest?
The-
I think
Probably me.
How are you?
Baby.
18.
Okay, definitely. Yeah.
Oh, I remember those days.
Talk for a minute about why Oxford is so much better than Nashville.
I want to tag team this one with you because
It's not even a question.
yeah,
I have some thoughts on it as well.
but he actually lives in Nashville currently. So I'm gonna let him get that part, and I'm gonna get the first part because I live here. Oxford is the best music town in the world. It's every night. Yeah, see you later. Every night there's an amazing concert. Tonight I'm going to see Shovels and Rope after this, and I am ridiculously pumped. And the thing is, that's not just this is an every other day occurrence where there's an amazing band. There's been more music that I have discovered that I like here than ever. I never thought I would like alt country, and then I saw Blue Mountain, and all of a sudden, and they come through here all the time, and I pay at most $12 at the moment because I'm not 21 yet, but they charge me for what I would buy in alcohol apparently. Yeah, and it opens your eyes to so many different genres. And something else that I've noticed is Oxford, the people that hang out at these concerts are the most friendly people that you will ever meet. I absolutely adore going to concerts, mainly because I'm seeing a lot of the same people, and those people are some of the nicest people I've met since being here. As I tell people when I'm trying to get them to come to Ole Miss, they've got this thing, they're like, oh, Ole Miss people are snooty. I'm like, all right, whether or not you've met the students of Ole Miss, I don't care, but you have not met Oxford. Come to Oxford and experience Oxford with me, and then you won't say that again.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was totally the school that got me. It was totally Oxford that got me to come to school here, not really Ole Miss itself. Ole Miss is beautiful, and I'm really enjoying that. But Oxford, the town, is really where it's at, and that's how I ended up playing with them today. Is I met Austin at a show recently. We both went to see River City Extension at Langhorne Slim, and I happened to mention that I played violin, and they had been looking for one. So, I mean, worked out nicely for me.
Nashville.
Yeah. I've lived in Nashville for about 4 months now, I think 4 or 5 months, something like that. And it's as far as music goes there, I'm friends with some of the people on the Rockabilly network up there, and I watch them play every Friday night and all that down there, and they always nobody wants to hear any originals. Nobody wants anything like that. Everybody wants a cover, and they can't play any of the originals, and there's nobody really looking for anything like that. It's more a bunch of Wisconsin rhinestone cowboys coming there to have a good time. So it's called the Music City, but it's hard for a musician to thrive there, especially if it's doing something like this. Like if we were playing in Nashville, we couldn't hardly get anyone to look at us or to take the time because we're not what they're looking for. And I mean, you got to wonder about a town that 10 years ago wouldn't let Johnny Cash record at major studios down there when he was the one that built it. So that's really all I got to say about Nashville. We are the Holy Ghost Electric Show.
And this has been our Oxford session.
Yeah. Guys, I almost said express.
That was awesome.